Welcome back to the programme, and during the break we were talking about my good friend Mr. Alberto Alonso, and I'm going to see him today. Ask me if we're going to have a couple of beers. Ask me.
Are you going to have a couple of beers?
Yeah, we'll have one
Only
or two.
a couple?
One or two, or three, or maybe a few more. Yeah. So let's practice with two and enough. All right? So I'll ask you a question. I want you to give me a full answer. Is Mount Everest too high for you to climb?
Yes, Mount Everest is too high for me to climb it.
Very good. Why can't you touch the ceiling?
Because the ceiling is too high for me to touch.
Make a longer E sound, the ceiling.
The ceiling is too high for me to touch.
Good. Or, it's not? The ceiling isn't?
The ceiling isn't low enough for me to touch.
Very good. What about the length of your arm? My arm?
My arm is about...
in order to touch the ceiling. My arm isn't?
My arm isn't long enough to touch the ceiling.
Very good. Or my arm is too?
My arm is too short to touch the ceiling.
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 How do you say ma
ceiling
in English?
Yeah. Ceiling.
Very good. Are there too many abandoned animals?
Yes, there are too many abandoned animals.
Very good. Stronger with the final D, abandoned.
Yes, there are too many abandoned animals.
Good. Is there too much hunger in the world?
Yes, there is too much hunger in the world.
Are some people too rich?
Yes, some people are too rich.
Are you strong enough to lift a truck?
No, I'm not strong enough to lift a truck.
Good. Are there not enough people in the shopping centres?
I think there are more than enough people in the shopping centres.
Very good, very good. Are you tall enough to touch the ceiling?
No, I'm not tall enough to touch the ceiling.
To
touch the ceiling.
Good. And the whole thing?
I'm not tall enough.
Start again.
I'm not tall enough.
Now, how do you say ojo in English? So I'm not. The contraction is, even though it's I am, but the contraction is I'm.
I'm not tall enough to touch the ceiling.
Good. Do you have enough money to buy a yacht?
No, I don't have enough money to buy a yacht.
Don't care for the pronunciation.
No, I don't have enough money to buy a
yacht.
Yacht.
How do you spell yacht?
Y-A-T-E. I don't know.
Y-A-T-C-H.
Okay.
No, try again.
Y-A-T.
Y-A-C-H-T. Y-A-C-H-T. Yeah. And how do you say yacht in Spanish?
Yate?
Yeah. So say it again. Do you have enough money to buy a yacht?
No, I don't have enough money to buy a yacht.
Good. Are you too big to fit through a keyhole?
Yes, I'm too big to fit through a keyhole.
Good. Say it again.
Yes, I'm too big.
No, I'm
too big to fit through a keyhole.
Good. How do you say keyhole in Spanish?
Cerradura.
Very good. And what is keyhole surgery?
Like when they don't cut.
Yeah, laparoscopy.
Yeah, they make a tiny incision, so we call that keyhole surgery. Is a paper clip small enough to fit in your pocket?
Yes, the paper clip is small enough to fit in my pocket.
Good. Are there too many people at the airports these days?
Yes, there are too many people in the airport.
At
the airport these days.
Airports.
Yeah,
from the beginning. There are too many?
There are too many people at the airports these days.
Very good. Are the queues too long when you go shopping?
Yes, the queues are too long when I go shopping.
Do you sleep too much or not enough?
I think I sleep enough.
You sleep enough, very good. Do you go to bed too early or too late?
It depends on the day.
All right, okay. Do you wake up early enough to get to work on time?
Yes, I get up early enough to get to work.
I wake up.
I wake up early enough to get to work on time.
Very good. Are petrol prices too high or not high enough?
Petrol prices are too high.
Good. Is there enough or not enough milk in your house?
Yes, there is enough milk in my house.
Do you watch too much TV or not enough TV?
I don't watch enough TV.
All right, okay. We'll ask him if he'd like to watch more.
Would you like to watch more TV?
Not really.
Yeah, TV is very often absolute rubbish. Are there too many shoes in your house?
Yes, there are too many shoes in my house.
Very good. Ask me if I have too many plastic containers at home.
Do you have many?
Too many.
Do you have too many plastic containers at home?
Yeah, yes I do. Is there too much pollution in Madrid?
Yes, there's too much pollution in Madrid.
Very good. Did you eat too much yesterday?
Yes, I ate too much yesterday.
Very good. Did you drink enough water yesterday?
No, I didn't drink enough water yesterday.
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 One more time.
I didn't drink enough water yesterday.
Very good. Is a pen small enough to fit in your pocket?
Yes, a pen is small enough to fit in my pocket.
Okay, let's quickly do some vocabulary. Águila.
Eagle.
Very good. Emphasis.
Emphasis?
Yeah, with an M. Emphasis.
Emphasis.
Yeah. Date prisa.
Hurry up.
Very good. Ya era hora.
It was time.
It was about time.
No, sorry. Yeah, it's about... Sorry, no, in English we say it's about time. We speak in the present. It's about time.
It's about...
Yeah, you say ya era hora, but we say it's about time. It's about time. Yeah. Últimamente.
Lately.
Nido.
Nest.
Good. Senda, sendero o vereda.
Path.
Educado.
Polite.
The opposite?
Unpolite. Impolite. Yes.
Impolite. Prestigio.
Prestige.
Privilegio.
Privilege.
Alma.
Soul.
Compasión.
Compassion.
Good. Or with the S. Sympathy also.
Sympathy.
Yeah. Improvisar hablando. This comes from Latin. What we say in English comes from Latin.
I don't know.
To ad lib. A-D and then L-I-B. To ad lib. To ad lib. Permitirse el lujo de. It sounds like a very famous make of car. American.
Afford.
Yeah. Quejarse de.
To complain.
And with the preposition at the end? To complain
about.
Very good. Decepcionar.
I'm thinking.
It begins with D.
Disappoint.
Very good, yeah. Tomar una copa.
To have a drink.
Have a drink, yeah. Enlazar, unir o acoplar.
To bond.
Okay.
To be bond.
Link.
To link. Yeah. Dirigir o apañarse.
To... I don't know.
Dirigir.
Yeah, like in business, for example.
Lead.
Lead, or there's a word with M.
Manage.
Substituir.
To substitute.
No, careful with the pronunciation.
Substitute.
Substitute. Good. And another word beginning with or.
Replace.
Very good.
Replace.
Quitar o extraer.
To remove.
Very good. Correr riesgos.
To run risks or take risks.
Good, yes. Convertirse en.
To...
Use a phrasal verb. How do you say girar?
Turn into.
To turn into. And repeat.
To turn into.
Very good. Único en su género.
Unique.
Very good. And tener éxito o triunfar.
To have success. Or success directamente. Success.
Now use the verb.
Succeed.
To succeed. Very good. We'll do those again quickly. Águila.
Eagle.
Emphasis. Date prisa.
Hurry up.
Ya era hora.
It's about time.
Últimamente.
Lately.
Nido.
Nest.
Senda, sendero, vereda.
Path.
Educado.
Polite.
The opposite.
Impolite.
Very good. Prestigio.
Prestige.
Privilegio.
Privilege.
Alma.
Soul.
Compasión.
Compassion or sympathy.
Very good. Improvisar hablando.
Ad-lib.
Yeah, very good. Permitirse el lujo de.
To afford.
Good. Quejarse de.
To complain about.
Very good. Decepcionar.
To
Disappoint.
Good. Tomar una copa.
To have a drink.
Enlazar, unir o acoplar.
To link.
Dirigir o apañarse.
To manage.
Sustituir.
Substitute.
Substitute. Or.
Replace.
Good. Quitar o extraer.
Remove.
Correr riesgos.
To take risks.
Or.
To run risks.
Very good. Convertirse en.
To turn into.
Único en su género.
Unique.
Tener éxito o triunfar.
Succeed.
Very good. We'll do a quick little bit of mastering the interrogative. I give you the answer, you give me the question. He gets to the office at 9:30.
What time did he...
So he gets to the office at 9:30.
What time does he get to the office?
Good. The office.
What time does he take What time does he get to the office?
She got to the meeting at 1:45.
What time did he get to the meeting?
She.
What time did she get to the meeting?
The journalist got to the press conference late.
Who got to the conference late?
To the press conference.
Who got to the press conference late?
How do you say press conference in Spanish?
Conferencia de prensa.
Yeah. Or they also, I think they say
Rueda
de prensa.
Yeah. I'm staying in Boston until the 16th.
How long are you staying in Boston?
Very good. She never stays at home on a Friday night.
Does she stay at home?
Now start the question with how.
How?
For frequency. How?
How
often?
Yeah.
How often does she stay at home on Fridays?
On a Friday night.
On a Friday night.
And again?
How long does she?
How often?
How often does she stay at home on Friday nights?
On a Friday night.
How long?
How often?
How often does she stay at home on a Friday night?
Good. Peter is showing them the ropes.
Who is showing them the ropes?
And what does to show someone the ropes mean?
I don't know.
You told in a program, but I can remember to manage something.
No, to teach somebody a process, usually.
Comes from the sailors.
Yes, it comes from, it's maritime. Yeah. He showed them the ropes because they are new.
Why did he show them the ropes?
Good. I'm going back to my house.
Where are you going back? Where are you going?
Where are you going? Yeah. Or where are you going to also? He came back to the office by taxi.
How did he come back to the office?
Okay, for the pronunciation of...
How did he come back to the office?
Good. He's gone back there 4 times this week.
How many times has he come back there?
This week.
This week.
Good. And again?
How often?
How many times?
How many times has he gone back there this week?
He's trying to pay attention.
What is he trying to do?
He tried to give up chocolate last year.
What did he try to? What did he try to do last year?
He tried to give up chocolate last year.
What did he try to give up last year?
Good. Last year.
Last year.
Very good. Jane is trying to work less.
Who is trying to work less?
He hasn't contacted her because he hasn't had time.
Why did he contact her?
He hasn't contacted her.
Why hasn't he contacted her?
Try again. You're missing one syllable. Try again.
Why hasn't he contacted her? Contacted.
Yes.
Contacted her. Okay.
Again.
Why hasn't he contacted her?
Good. One more time. Why hasn't
he contacted her?
Her.
Why hasn't he contacted her?
Good. She believes in the power of positive thinking.
What does he believe in?
She.
What does she believe in?
It's 500 meters from my house to the beach.
How far is the beach from your house?
Okay. How far is it from your house? Repeat.
How far is it from your house?
One more time. From.
How far is it from your house?
Good. It's a long walk from here to there.
How long is it from here or there?
To there.
How long is it to there?
How long is it from here to there?
How long is it from here to there?
Very good. Now we're quickly going to do some work with going to. Was going to. All right? So I'll say to you, for example, he wanted to clean the car, but then he fell asleep. Okay? He wanted to clean the car, but then he fell asleep with was going to. Okay, off you go. He
was going to clean the car, but he fell asleep.
But then
he fell asleep. He fell asleep.
Again, asleep. Again.
He was going to...
Yes.
He was going to clean the car, then he fell asleep.
Good. We wanted to go out for dinner, but then we went out for drinks.
He wanted to...
No, we
wanted to go out for...
So we were going to?
We were going to go out for dinner, but then we went out? We went out for drinks.
Good, and again?
We were going to go out for dinner, but we went out for drinks. But then we went out for drinks.
One more time.
We were going to go out for dinner, but then we went out for drinks.
Very good. She wanted to have a banana for breakfast, but then she had bacon and eggs.
She was going to have a banana for breakfast, but then she had bacon and eggs.
Very good. He wanted to arrive on time, but then he got stuck in traffic.
He was going to arrive on time, but then he
got stuck?
He got stuck in traffic.
Good, and again?
He was going to get on time.
No, he wanted to arrive on time.
He was going to arrive on time, but then he got stuck in traffic.
Good. She wanted to change the water, but then she forgot.
She was going to change the water, but then she forgot.
Very good. And in this case, to change, what's an example of when would you change the water?
When you have a fish.
For example. How would you say it in Spanish?
Pecera. Cambiar el agua de la pecera.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. He wanted to iron his shirt, but then he asked his friend to do it.
He was going to iron his shirt, but then he asked his friends to do it.
His friend?
His friend to do it.
Very good. She wanted to write her a letter, but then she called her.
She was going to write her a letter, but then she called her.
Very good. I wanted to pass the exam, but then I didn't study.
I was going to pass the exam, but then I didn't study.
She wanted to take the bus, but then she was running late. Awawa.
Can you repeat, please?
She wanted to take the bus, but then she was running late.
She was going to take the bus, but then she was running late.
Very good, yep. He wanted to mop the floor, but then he had to leave.
He was going to mop the floor, but...
No, start again.
He was going to mop... To mop?
To mop.
Okay. He was going to mop the floor, but then...
He had to leave.
He had to leave.
And how do you say mop the floor?
Fregar.
Yes, yeah. If I told you I had a mop when I was 20, what does it mean? And I'm not talking about the thing you clean the floor with. It had a lot of hair. A big head of hair. Yeah. I wanted to hang out the laundry, but then it rained.
I was going to hang out the laundry, but then it rained.
She wanted to go to the gym, but she got sick.
She was going to go to the gym, but then...
No, careful of the pronunciation.
She was going to go to the gym.
Gym.
She was going to go to the gym, but then she got sick.
Good. He wanted to read, but he fell asleep.
He was going to read, but then he fell asleep.
They wanted to go to the theatre, but they watched a movie instead.
They were going to watch the movie, but...
No, they wanted to go to the theatre, but watched a movie instead.
They was going...
No.
They were going to the theatre, but... Can you repeat, sorry?
They were going to go to the theatre, but then they went to the movies.
Well, then they watched a movie.
They watched the movie.
They were going to go to the theatre, but then they watched the movie.
A movie. Good, and again.
They were going to go to the theatre, but then they watched a movie.
She wanted to get a cat, but she got a dog.
She was going to get a cat, but then she got a dog.
Very good. I wanted to go downtown, but I got lost.
I was going to go downtown, but then I got lost.
He wanted to answer the email, but he got distracted.
He was going to answer the email, but he got distracted.
We wanted to buy a present, but we forgot.
We were going to buy a present, but then we forgot.
She wanted to ask him out, but she was too shy.
She was going to ask him out.
Now, careful of the pronunciation. Ask.
She was going to ask him out, but she was shy.
Too shy.
She was too shy.
Again.
She was going to ask him out, but she was too shy.
Their boss wanted to call a meeting, but he had to leave. Their boss wanted to call a meeting, but he had to leave.
Their boss was going to call a meeting, but then he had to leave.
Very good. Now we're going to do a bit of practice with when was the last time, and I want you to answer with I've never. When was the last time you bought a boat?
I've never bought a boat.
When was the last time you bought an original Picasso?
I've never bought an original Picasso.
When was the last time you bought half a toy store?
I've never bought half of a toy store.
You needn't say of. I've never bought half a toy store.
I've never
bought
half a toy store.
Good. When was the last time you burned your toe?
I've never burnt my toe.
When was the last time you came here 5 hours early?
I've never came here 5 early.
Try again.
I've never come here 5 hours earlier. Earlier.
Early. Again.
I've never come here 5 hours early.
When was the last time you gave away money?
I've never given away money.
When was the last time you fell asleep talking to someone?
I've never fallen asleep talking to someone.
Good. When was the last time you flew to a private island?
I've never flown to a private island.
When was the last time you got 5 pedicures in one day?
I've never got 5 pedicures in a day.
Very good. When was the last time you had pizza with ketchup?
I've never had pizza with ketchup.
Ask me if I know people who eat pizza with ketchup.
Do you know people who eat pizza with ketchup?
No, pizza.
Pizza.
No.
Pizza.
Pizza.
How do you say Pedro in English?
Peter.
Okay, so that's the first syllable.
Pizza.
Pizza.
Okay.
Yeah. So a lot of Spanish people say pizza. Pizza. And ketchup. And ketchup. Yeah. So ask me if I know anyone who eats pizza with ketchup.
Do you know people who eat?
Anyone.
Do you know anyone who eats pizza with ketchup?
Good. Again.
Do you know anyone who eats pizza with ketchup?
Yes, I know quite a few people who eat pizza with ketchup. Yeah. When was the last time you had a burger with chocolate?
I've never had a...
Oh, careful. I. How do you say ojo?
I.
Yeah. Do you say ah?
I've never had a burger with chocolate.
Good. Chocolate. Good.
Chocolate.
When was the last time you had surgery on an airplane?
I've never had surgery on an airplane.
When was the last time you had beer and wine in the same glass?
I've never... I've never had...
Beer and wine?
Pizza?
Pizza, no, that was the last one.
I've never had beer and wine on the same glass.
In the same glass.
In the same glass.
Again.
I've never had beer and wine in the same glass.
Good. When was the last time you lost something in your pocket?
I've never lost something in my pocket.
When was the last time you opened a door with your left foot?
I've never opened a door with my left foot.
Very good. When was the last time you picked up a cigarette butt?
I've never picked up a cigarette butt.
How do you say cigarette butt in Spanish?
Colilla.
Colilla. Okay. When was the last time you played with a cockroach?
I've never played with a cockroach.
No, say it again. Cockroach.
Cockroach.
Ask her if they have cockroaches in the Canary Islands.
And do you have cockroaches in the Canary Islands?
Yes, a lot.
Ask her if they have flying cockroaches.
Do you have flying cockroaches?
Yes, we have.
Oh, God, really?
Disgusting.
Yeah.
So.
When was the last time you sent a fax?
I've never sent a fax.
Yeah, I actually got an email from someone yesterday, from the United States, looking for a reference for a previous teacher of ours. And she said, you can also, if you want to, you can also fax it to me. I was amazed. That's the first time in years I've heard of fax being used. When was the last time you sneezed 20 times in a row?
I've never sneezed 20 times in a row.
Very good. When was the last time you taught somebody how to crack a code?
I've never taught to
teach.
I never taught. I've never taught somebody to crack a code. Crack a code.
Yeah.
Okay. I've never taught somebody to crack a code.
What does to crack a code mean?
Como hackear o...
Yes. Yeah. Now it would mean hackear. But it could have a long time. For example, during the Second World War, the British used the Enigma machine to crack the Germans' code. When was the last time you stole a microphone from this radio studio?
I've never stolen a microphone from this radio studio.
Very good. When was the last time you thought of spending your summer in Alaska?
I've never thought of spending my summer in Alaska.
When was the last time you went a week without your mobile phone?
I've never gone. I've never gone a week without my mobile phone.
Very good. When was the last time you wore 3 socks at the same time?
I've never worn 3 socks at the same time.
When was the last time you used your sleeve? When was the last time you used your sleeve instead of a handkerchief?
I've never used my sleeve instead of my handkerchief.
Okay, very good. Yeah.